But do you think that we're entirely a product of our environment, or do you think that there's something inside of us that allows us to make our own decisions as well?
Eventually.
Yeah,
Eventually.
you do. Okay.
Like at the beginning, no. At the beginning, I'm a product of the people I'm around and the environment that I grew up in. Like I see Elliot, my 5-year-old brother. I'll see him. Like, you say something, he'll repeat it. Like, he'll listen to you.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 22, I'm like, yeah, okay. Some of the stuff that I do is because my family did that.
What's up, guys? Foggy Train here. I'm joined by Baylie Trahan, good friend of mine and cousin on both sides. Why don't you tell them about yourself a little bit? Introduce yourself.
Wait, do you hear that? Sounds like Minecraft music.
It's the piano.
Oh. All right, my name is Baylie Trahan, which you just said. It's not. I mean, I just graduated from Louisiana Tech with a degree in supply chain management. Well, it's considered sustainable supply chain management now, so let me correct that, I guess.
Nice.
Because they'll be mad at me if I don't.
Do you care?
Me? No, I mean, it's the same thing. It's just now we're sustainable as well.
That's good.
So
we're
we're trying to make the world better by not wasting. So, but yeah. Now I'm working full time at a music company called Chemistry. Living the life, trying to live the life. A lot different than college and high school. So I'm learning as we go.
Nice.
Yeah, not much else. I play Clash Clans a lot. So
Anything you're particularly excited about?
like when in the next coming year.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I'm looking at this house right now, so I'm pretty excited about that. Just because this would be fun to do. I think, like remodeling a house. Like, it needs a lot of work, but like I feel like you can learn a lot of stuff by like redoing a house, and then after it's like the satisfaction, like I did this. So I don't even know if we're gonna go through with it. We're waiting.
Exciting,
so
stuff for sure.
May happen, may not happen.
House.
But so, and then just working. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen this year, but I'm excited for any opportunities that come, I guess.
Hey,
because I might not be
year ahead of you, minus 1 month and
4 days.
I don't remember what day it was today.
Yeah, it's the 4th. But yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited about just what the year is gonna be. Like, because I have no idea. Like, I have a lot more free time now that I'm not doing school or anything. Like, I finish work and then it's like nothing. Yeah. So
yeah, I feel that too.
Definitely different.
You mentioned how you just graduated and I know you went to La Tech. What was one of the things that made you want to go to La Tech other than, I mean, most people from Loreville go to UL, obviously that's just most common. What made you want to go to La Tech?
I think really it's just the point that I grew up around here, like in Loreville, St. Martinville area, and like, I mean, I've always liked to travel since I was in high school or junior high. Like, I mean, I went to Costa Rica in high school, like junior year of high school or sophomore year or something like that. And I think when I traveled to Costa Rica, like that was the moment I'm like, okay, I like traveling. Like I like these kind of experiences. So I was like, I really want to go out of state. Like, but I mean, the cost is just insane compared to going in state and having tops, which not many states do that, tops. So I just picked the furthest school in Louisiana, and I went with it. And then I applied and I got accepted and everything, and accepted to go there, and like it was all settled down before I even went and look at it. Like, I didn't even know what the campus looked like. I was like, I'm doing it. So I accepted it and had everything set, and then I was like, okay, I might as well go tour it before I actually moved there. So I went toured, and then that just confirmed it even more. When I went toured, I walked around campus and I was like, yeah, it was a feeling I had. Like, I was like, okay, this is definitely the school. This is where I'm going to be for the next 4 years. And I mean, I was definitely right, or it was right. Like, I liked everything about it. I mean, I didn't like the class aspect of it, but But other than that, it was great. Like, I love Louisiana Tech.
What I was gonna say, so whenever you went there, you weren't. I mean, you didn't start off going there with the idea that you wanted to graduate with a major that you graduated with, right?
Oh, no.
What was your first choice that you wanted to go for?
I first went to school, which I've been wanting to do this since I was probably in junior high, like 8th grade. I always wanted to do computer science. Like, that's what That's another reason I picked tech was
Dude, I
because their computers.
forgot that
Yeah.
you even were into that.
Yeah, like
Dang,
I mean, I
so-
still am into computers. I
Yeah.
still do like programming, but
Yeah.
that's what the first thing I started with. And like I got there, I took a few classes, and I was like, it was a lot of basic classes, and I guess I just didn't have the patience. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I already know this stuff. Like it's annoying to learn it, and then like nobody in that major that I was in class with was really like social or anything. So it was like, is this really what I want? You know, I was like, I don't feel like I'm gonna do this. You know, so then I went end up taking like a personality test or whatever in the career center at school, like where they seen like what subject best fits for you, and I got like ENTJ or something like that. Like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it's
I don't know
called.
what any of them mean unless I'm looking at the descriptions in front of me.
Yeah, so that one was just meaning that like I'm outgoing. What's that term? Like I talk to whoever, whenever, like extroverted. I was very. That's
Yeah.
what the E means, I think. Extroverted. So I'm extroverted, outgoing. So they said the college of business would probably be the best for me. So then I moved to college of business and just picked marketing because I was like, well, every business needs marketing. So I was like,
Right.
I'll just do marketing. It sounds interesting. And then the first 2 years in the college of business is pretty much you take everything. You take marketing, accounting, management. You take everything, and then so at the end of doing that, I took my first supply chain class, which every major in college of business has to take this management 333 class. And after I took that class, like I liked the entire class. Like I just loved it. Like I enjoy going to that class and learning it, and I enjoy doing the homework. I enjoy, which normally I don't,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed every minute of that class. And I was like, bro, like I want
It's
to
a
take
good
more
sign.
classes like this.
Yeah.
So I ended up switching to supply chain, and then all the other classes were exactly like that. Now there was some classes I didn't like because I was like, okay, I don't like this part of supply chain, but I like this part, which that part is inventory management. That's the part that I like the most. So, and that's why I chose supply chain. So I switched probably 4 or 5 times before I picked supply chain.
Yeah.
But none of it was really detrimental. Like I still graduated 2 quarters early. Like it didn't put me back. Like I pretty much stayed in the same spot the whole time I switched majors.
That's cool.
So
Outside of just classes and stuff, what do you think is the most important thing or like lesson that you've gained from going to college? Whether it be the fact that you went to college far away from everyone else, or just something that was basic to pretty much universally any college.
Mm.
That was a very poorly worded question.
No, I know what
Sorry,
you mean. I know what you mean.
I realize it now.
No, I know what you mean. There's definitely a lot you can learn. Like I'll kind of like two-piece it, but like for the aspect of me moving 4 hours away, like the benefit of doing that, in my opinion, is you're like forced to grow. Like I did not know anybody when I went over there. I knew my roommate barely. Like I knew him because we went to like a thing together. Like it was fire starter project or something. I met him in there, and then he was going to La Tech, and I was going to La Tech. So I was like, all right, let's just be roommates, bro, because I had no idea anybody. So that happened. That's the only person I knew. And then I got there, and I knew how to do my clothes kind of, but I didn't. I knew how to like feed myself, like, but I had to like learn how to do most of that stuff. Like,
Right.
Like, okay, what I'm gonna eat tonight? Like, I don't have nobody to cook it for me.
I was gonna say,
You know?
did you ever like meal prep your stuff like for the whole week,
Sometimes,
or?
but I just had a meal plan on campus, so I would just go to the caf.
Oh, yeah,
and they
that's-
had it all made.
That's what I did for the month and a half that I went to college.
But yeah, so like that taught me that, and then when I moved off campus, that taught me another aspect of like, okay, I'm paying rent. Now I have a kitchen. I don't have a meal plan. I have to cook, meal prep, do whatever, or I'm gonna just go eat out every day. You know, so I learned a lot from that, and then just like being around no family and stuff. Like I just had to figure out like, okay, if something happened with my tire. Okay, where do I go around here to fix my tire or something? Like it just. I mean, I can call them and ask them questions, but it's like
They're
4
not
hours
driving.
away.
Yeah, they're not driving up there to come fix your tire for you.
Yeah, so like
You're gonna be like, man, you a grown man. You fix your tire yourself.
yeah, so it just gave me an opportunity to grow as a person,
Yeah.
I think. And like, if anybody ever has the opportunity to do it, I'll always recommend it because it's not permanent. You could do it for a month or 2. Like,
Right.
it's really not that permanent. Because if I didn't like La Tech, I could have moved back. Like, it wasn't that big of a hassle. It's very you might not get all your credits, but it's very simple to move colleges or transfer
I mean,
within
if you
the
could
state.
do it, it seems like a cool.
So-
I got dirt on my nail. Anyway, yeah, seems
yeah.
like a cool experience to have had.
But yeah, going back and then to the other part of it, like just like universal college, like the biggest thing I think that helps like with your success is like getting social, which that's another thing I had to do when I moved to La Tech. I had to get social because I didn't know anybody there.
Yeah.
Which is different if I would have went to UL because I already had a specific friend group. So I might not have grown as much, I guess, like, because I would have been like, okay, I'll just hang out with my friends, you know?
Yeah.
But now I was forced to, like, meet new people and become friends with new people. But except this time, like, the way I look at it, this time, like, in Lorville, which I'm glad and thankful that most of my friends have the same interests as me.
Mm.
But when I went to La Tech, I got to choose, basically. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I would meet people and I'm like, okay, well, they have the same interests as me. I want to be friends with them. Versus here, I would have just been, like, probably hanging out with my same friends.
Yeah.
Which, thankfully, they have the same interests as me, so it's not that big of a deal. But, like, that's one thing I think that makes it or break it if you make it in college is, like, having that friend group, especially if you move far away. Because I've known people, like, that came to Louisiana Tech, and I met them before, and then, like, they would drop out a few weeks later just because they would stay in their room and play video games.
Yeah, that's
what
I was gonna say. I was like, it's important to surround yourself with the same, like, I guess, like, kind of goal oriented people when it comes to school. Like, if you're surrounding yourself with people who want to, I would say go out every night, but I mean, people go out every night and still can keep up with their school and stuff. Like, that's okay. But I'm saying, like, if they're going out instead of doing their schoolwork, they're putting video games before their schoolwork. That's what I did. I mean, I was not in. I wouldn't have suggested anybody do what I did in college. But, like, I mean, that it's true. I mean, who you surround yourself with, they're gonna be trying to sway you to do, like, what they're up to also, and it's just not always gonna be good. It's not to say that, I mean, you can't hang out with somebody who's not really doing what they need to do. It's just make sure, like, be conscious of your own actions and make sure that you're not falling into the same category as them.
Which that's like, I mean, like, I went out during college, like, but my school and work came first. Like, during the day, I'm like, okay, I know I'm going out tonight, so I'm gonna get my schoolwork finished before 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever. That way I can be ready to go out tonight. That way I'm not just sitting doing nothing the whole day, and then all of a sudden they're like, you want to go out? I'm like, yeah, I have homework to do, but whatever, I'll just go out with you, you know? So, but I think it's definitely the social aspect, which, like, college isn't for everyone. Like, there was points in time where I was like, man, I don't really need a degree, you know, but I was already that far along, so I just kept going, and I liked being at La Tech. That's why I stayed most of the time. But people, because I was an RA on campus, so I was in charge of dorms, and, like, I had people as, like, that lived in the building, and I was, like, in charge of, like, helping them out no matter what, like, the scenario. And, like, I've had people that I talked to, and, like, they were dropping out and they're moving out, and I was, like, doing the checkout for them and everything. And I asked them, I'm like, why are you dropping out? Or, like, what is something that the school could have done better to, like, make you stay, you know? And he said, honestly, I just couldn't find my friend group. Like, I couldn't find people that had the same interests as me. So, like, I didn't have any friends, you know? Well, he said he had friends, but none of them, like, had the same interests as him, you know? So, like, and most of the time, like, since he lived in the building I lived in, like, I know that he didn't go out that much because I never seen him leave his room that much. He would go get food and come back to his room and just stay in there. So, like, that's why I think being social is important in college. Like, I don't know if it would have changed, but like, because he never did it, so I don't know if it could have changed his aspect. Like, I don't know if he would have went out more, if he would have met the people he wanted to meet and stayed, you know. So that would, like, as an RA, that's what I would do most of the time. Like, when we have events going on or whatever, I send a group message like, hey, come out to the BCM, which is, like, the Baptist Community Center thing. Or, like, hey, y'all come out to the Lambright, do rock wall climbing or something. Like, I would invite people to come to these events because I'm trying to get them to come out their room. Because me, as a junior or senior in college, they were freshmen. So I'm like, this is new to them. Just like it was new to me my freshman year. And this is what I did my freshman year. And what some of the people I know that dropped out didn't do their freshman year. So, like, that's why I was always trying to get people involved.
Right.
Like, I was always messaging them like, hey, you want to come with me to the caf and eat or something? Like, I would just try to invite people out.
It's just relationship building in general is important, and it's really in any capacity. Because, like, think about, like, my job. I work at State Farm office, and one of the important things, if you want to keep people coming to you and make them, you almost want them to feel. Not really that you want them to feel guilty. It's not like you're trying to make them feel bad, but it's like you want them to have that connection with you so that they know, like, okay, yeah, my rates went up, but, like, I know who I'm dealing with.
No, exactly.
Because, like, that way they're more understanding of, like, yeah, look, this is you can explain to them and they'll understand. Like, look, the industry, this is just what happens. It's due to inflation or for whatever reason, accident history, rates are going up industry wide. But we're very happy to have your business, and we if there's anything that we can do for you, if you need us to look at coverages or discounts or something, we'll do that for you. And they might be upset, but like if they have that relationship to you, they're gonna want to keep coming to you regardless. And even whenever that's not the case, like some people just shop around all the time because they've never had that kind of relationship. They've just done everything online their whole life.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
one of the important things is trying to like get them in the office or just bring small talk with people over the phone. And so that, I mean, same thing for you. Like you're trying to get these people to come out because I mean, you're not gonna have the connection to the school unless you're building connections with people at the school.
Exactly.
Like I mean, otherwise you could be at any school. It doesn't matter which one you're at because you have no connections at any of them. So
Yeah, exactly. And I agree. And like you said, that's with any aspect at all. Like relationship building is the key because it makes people see you as a human. Like instead of just like a salesperson, I guess.
Right.
Like look, yeah, I am getting commission off of this sale.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm worried
And
about.
at the end of the day,
I'm worried about you. Like I care about you. Like
at the end of the day, like okay, look, I'll make a good bit of money if I make a lot of sales, but like individually, like if I miss out on one sale, I'm not like gonna be super upset because like it's not like I'm making like if I close somebody's business, I'm not making like all kinds of money off of you. Like I don't want anyone
it's
to
not
ever
like $1
think
million
that.
deal,
Like trust me, like it. I would love your business. I would love to be able to continue talking to you or help you out if you have any questions or anything. But it's
exactly.
like I'm not in this just because I'm making money off of it. I'm in this because this is the reason why I still work where I work because I actually just really enjoy the relationships and talking to people.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
But that's one of the things
that
that
I chose the job as an RA is because I like the relationship building. I like
it's fun and it's like at State Farm like we sell them on like the rates obviously like we're if we're cheaper, but we're also selling them on look. When was the last time somebody actually sat you down, reviewed your policies, made sure that they're taking care of everything for you, not just, oh, we're cheaper.
Exactly.
So it's just an important thing in any business whatsoever.
And
if you want people to keep coming, you gotta.
And that's where you'll see, like going into the business aspect of it, that's when you'll see businesses not stay afloat. It's because they only care about the money aspect. But if you put customers first, like which is the way it's supposed to be, like it's customer pointed, like I actually genuinely care about what you're getting out of our services or our product. Like, like say I owned a coffee product or whatever. I was selling coffee machines. And I check up on the customer every few months, like, hey, how are you liking the product and all this stuff. Like I'm actually showing that I'm interested in what they care. Or instead, I could just sell them the coffee pot and then just like
never talk to them again. Yeah,
like
that's one thing that we do. I mean, we'll give them a call or send them a text and be like, "Hey, just checking in. You've been with us a few months now. Do you have any questions? Is there anything I can help you out with? Nope, good, awesome." And that's it. That's the whole conversation. It doesn't have to be anything more than that if they don't want it to be.
Yeah, and I think that's what really shows people like. And there was times like as an RA, like I'm working for the school. I'm getting paid for it. I'm getting free housing as well. Like it's a good gig. But I didn't do it because of the money or the free housing. Like, that's a plus. The reason I did it and the reason I got the job is because I actually did it because I had a great first year experience as a college student at Louisiana Tech. Like, I thought my first year was great. Like, I enjoyed my first year a lot. And that made me want to become an RA because I wanted new first year students to have the same experience I had.
Yeah.
I wanted them to have a good RA. I wanted them to have all that. So that's what I set out to do when I became an RA. I was like, I'm going to make these kids have the same like first year I had. Like I'm gonna make sure they have a great first year. If they have any questions, I'm gonna be there for them. If they have any problems, I can lead them in the right direction at least. Or if they want a friend just to hang out and play games with, like I'm here too. Like I'll do anything, you know. And I think that's really what it comes down to. And like more opportunities come. Like the more you focus on the customer or the person as a human, the more anything else comes. Like, I'm not in it for the money, but like more opportunities to make more money come because I don't care about the money. I care about the person, you know? So it's just, and that's what the great is because at the end of the day, you're like, you made a friend too. Like, it's still a customer or like not really like your close friend, but like you see him, you can have a conversation and be like, have cool like exchanges of experiences that you had and then go back to, okay, help me with my insurance now.
And that's a whole other thing about like even if our rates get too high and they leave us, the next time their rates go up with the company that they went to after you, they're gonna be thinking about you and be like, man, I really want to go back to State Farm
because they cared about
let me
me.
let me try again with them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not to say that I don't know if that's State Farm in general, like as a whole, like, but for the place that you work at, like the what you call it, the agency,
Mhm.
like the way your boss like handles business, whatever it might be like that. Like I don't know if it's like if you go to a State Farm that's like up north, like I don't know if they'll act the same or not.
a
Like,
lot
I
of
don't know
people,
if it's
well, a lot of people
statewide.
handle their stuff differently. Some agents don't talk to their customers at all. Some
Yeah, so like
agents,
that, yeah.
some agents just ride out their book of business. They don't even service it whatsoever because they have so much that it's like, I mean, they're ready to retire and they just let it ride out. And
Yeah,
if somebody has a question, they just are forwarded directly to corporate,
yeah.
and they'll never talk to the agent ever.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly. And that's the point that like while sometimes they might like want to talk to you because they never had that experience with State Farm before, but then they come to where you work and they're like, "Oh, so they're really like nice or straight up about it, you know?"
all right, let me find a good question for you now. Here's a good one. If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
That's a tough one, dude. There's like so much stuff.
I'll try
I wanna
to
change
not
about it.
necessarily rapid fire, but I want to get through a lot of these questions.
No, it's good. It's good. How about let me think about that one in the back and ask me another
Okay.
question. Just because that's a tough. That's a like.
good.
There's just so many questions. There's so much stuff. I want to pick a good one.
What to you is the most important thing in life?
The most important thing into life. Okay. Now this is something I've been working on, or I've been changing, like, over the last 5 years. Like stuff, like it's definitely changed. Like in high school, I was all about the grind, like about money and stuff. Like I thought money was the most important thing, which, I mean, money does get you things. Like money does give you the ability to help people more. Money does pay rent. Money does do all this stuff. So it does matter. But whenever you die, like it's gone.
You're not
you
taking
know?
it with you.
Exactly. So like for me personally, which I've been trying to work on it better because I'm not good at it, and like this is not a religious aspect or anything, but like me, because I believe in God, like I think that's the most important thing is your relationship with God, because then that teaches you love and caring and all that stuff like that. But if you aren't religious or don't believe in God, like just love and caring in general, like, because it goes either way. Either way, if you believe in Him or not, like I think love and caring for people, that is like the most important thing, because everything else follows. Like if you love and care about people, money follows. You love and care about people, happiness follows.
Right.
Like it just everything builds on love.
Going back to what we were just talking about with relationships.
Like, yeah,
with
like
relationships with
literally,
people.
that's what we're built to do. Like as humans, like
We're social creatures.
yeah. You look at animals, like we're like the prime. But if you look at animals, like you could just see the love and everything.
Sorry, it's getting a little bit quiet.
Sorry.
You good?
I would start talking with this hand too.
Yeah,
so I was
no.
moving away.
You good?
But like if you look at like animals and stuff, like they show that they can't really talk to us, but like you can see it, like just like cats and dogs, like how they like love their owners unconditionally. Well, more dogs. Cats love you,
do it
but-
whenever they want something.
Yeah.
They know they're gonna get something.
Yeah, but you'll see some like dogs definitely loyally.
Yeah.
But like yeah, definitely love is the most important aspect, I think. Like, we need a lot more love in the world. And that might be the one thing I can change. I'm still gonna think on it though.
Okay.
But love, yeah.
Let's see. Well, who's your favorite artist? I'll say musical artist, because no one really that I know is super big into just art in general. So.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I knew you meant a music artist. I was about to say NF just because.
I know. I was waiting for you to say NF.
I was gonna say NF as
That's
a joke.
funny.
I haven't listened to NF in a while though.
Making sure the battery's good. We got 2/3 left. We'll be okay.
Man. Man, this is a tough question because I haven't been listening to NF that much, but I really do like NF as an artist. Like I think he's he's pretty smart. Like I do like the vibe his music gives, and I like the way that his lyrics, like all of his albums are a story. Like if you listen to the albums from the beginning to like his last album, most of it, like it's pretty much a story from the beginning of his first album to the last album. Like listen to each song in order, it's a story of like his life. Like so I think that's just like
Interesting.
that's why I like NF a lot, just the meaningfulness behind his music. But like I've been listening to Beach Weathers a lot too. I think that's the name of them. The Beach
I
Weathers.
don't think I've heard of them before.
Beach weathers. I'm gonna check my phone real quick though. To make
There you
sure.
go.
Beach weathers.
Yeah, I just like listening to music that like has a story or like just in general just meaning to it. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's called beach weather.
beach
Like
weather.
beach weather, I've been listening to a lot. I like them a lot. Um, that's mostly I like listening to music because of the instrumentals, like, and I like actually be able to understand it and like get the deep meaning behind it. I don't like the new music that people come out with. Like
Well,
it's
the
really
radio
not.
music is terrible.
Yeah, it's really not it. But like I definitely. And then working with a music company, like I hear so many types of music a day. It's
Mhm.
like it's hard for me to pick who I like, but NF is probably my favorite artist, like of
Gotcha.
all time. Like if I had to choose, like NF,
Mhm.
like I will listen to him any day. Like if I can go back, listen to him. Like I'll get on my kind of like Minecraft. Like you play for 2 weeks and
Yeah,
then you get off of them. Like
yeah.
I'll do the
And you
same thing
get
with
back.
NF.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I just got an
Um.
email. Gmail.
Let's see.
I'm off that Gmail perk.
uh, what would you consider if you can think of anything to be like the most impactful moment of your life or thing
Mm.
to happen to you?
Damn. I think freshman year of like college. I mean, a lot of stuff changed. Like, I mean, I could say like my first breakup, like that changed my life. Like, I mean, I never had that experience before,
Mm.
so it's like, damn, this is what it feels like, you know.
Mhm.
And then you learn a lot from that, and like learned of who the person you were when you were together with the person, like who you were after the person, like, and realized the mistakes you made and what you didn't make. So I learned stuff from that. I like it's hard to pick the biggest impact, but I really think it was my freshman year, Louisiana Tech. I moved out of my house, first time ever,
Mhm.
4 hours away by myself. Yeah, I had some ups and downs, like, oh damn, I wish I was home, you know. I miss my friends, stuff like that. But then, like, I ended up finding a friend group at school and everything. I got involved with my like the college ministries and stuff, and then I
Mhm.
went on a retreat with them, and that was my first retreat ever. And like, we didn't use phones at all or anything for the whole weekend, so it was like a big old thing. Like, I think that weekend like was the most impactful part of my life. Like, that's when I actually like, because I've always been Catholic. I've always
Mhm.
been like, I always believed in God, but that was the first time that I actually chose to do it myself. Like,
Mhm.
I went on that retreat because I wanted to,
Yeah.
and like,
Cool.
so I think that was the most impactful moment because that was like a choice that I made to go and do. You know. So.
Interesting. How was it? Was it you had a good time?
Oh yeah, it was insane. Like I've never like had that type of like feeling before, which I don't even know how to explain the feeling, but like it felt like I was actually there with God. Like
Mhm.
you can't see him or anything, but like I felt like he was there, you know? Because everybody was there for him and nobody was on their phones. So it was all like we were all there in the present moment, and it was just like you don't think about anything else in the world. Like you don't care about money, working, or anything because you're
Mhm.
all just there on the weekend, just having fun together as humans.
Right.
Like, and that's why I think it was like the greatest time
That's
because
cool.
no social media, nothing. Literally
I
just
think we
living
could all use
life.
a little bit less social media at least.
Yeah, it's like a little detox weekend.
Yeah. It's healthy.
Like just enjoying life with humans. Like literally,
Let's see.
they had one dog, but it was humans and a dog. One dog and 200 people.
Do you think that's a good little random mini question? Do you think animals have souls like dogs?
Dang.
Chris Stapleton thinks so.
Like I don't know if they have souls, but they definitely have something. Like I don't know what you would call it. But just if like just observing animals from like a outside perspective, like
Mhm.
it seems like
I mean, they're conscious. We know this.
yeah, like but it seems like they know, like they have like, cause like that goes to the point. Having a soul give you like moral like right and wrong, you know, like. But it seems like dogs and like animals know right from wrong.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you train them to learn that, but after a while they do. But it's a matter of like, do you think that's instinct or do you think that's they actually hear something in their head telling them? But then it also makes you think almost with everything else, like why do we have a conscience? Like, do you think it's a matter of positive and negative feedback that is the result of our conscience that causes our conscience? I mean, like that's the effect.
Yeah.
The calls to the to effective consciousness, or do you think conscience, not consciousness? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or do you think it's like something else, like our soul that it, like the Holy Spirit or whatever someone believes in guides you to believe?
Right and wrong, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough question. It's like, I guess I'm gonna say no, animals don't have a soul. But
So you're telling me my dog is just in the ground?
yeah,
I'm messing with you.
yeah.
Never
Well,
gonna
at least
see
your
any of
dog, your dog's not in the belly of a coyote. So.
them. A lot of them are. Quite a bit. This is one in the ground.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But no, yeah, they definitely have something though. Like I feel like because I've seen videos of like animals helping other animals out of situations, like which there's no point. Like why would the animal go out of his way to help the other animal that flipped themselves over? Like
They're trying to get to heaven.
what I'm saying, you know
I
what I'm
don't know,
saying?
yeah,
Like it's such a weird thing. Like this turtle was flipped on his back, so the other turtle went flip the other turtle to help him. Like he did not have to go help the turtle, but he did. Just like we don't have to bring the basket back in the parking lot, but we do. Like well, some people do.
I'll bring the basket back.
Oh, me too. Yeah, if you don't bring the basket back, bro,
you
get
got
off.
something. You got something wrong with you. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Please take a look at yourself
Like
in the mirror.
I understand if you're disabled or something. Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
But even I seen a lady that was on not a wheelchair, one of those little motor things. They bought their basket back, and I was like, bro, if this lady could bring her basket back, you can bring your basket back. Like, sad. I'll bring other people's baskets back.
While we're on the topic, kind of religion and stuff, do you believe in astrology?
I think it's interesting, and I think it definitely like is possible. Like, I don't not believe in it or not believe in it, but like I looked up what I am, Sagittarius, and it's pretty accurate of the person I am. Like the things that I do. Like I'm like, okay, this is literally like I am this person. Like not exactly to the T, but most of it is like, okay, yeah, I am outgoing, I am extroverted, I do this, I do have this tendency, like so I mean I don't praise it or anything though. Like I'm not constantly researching it like, oh, I'm acting this way because I'm Sagittarious,
Yeah.
I don't live my life with
I'm such a Taurus.
Yeah, I don't do
I'm a
that.
Leo,
I don't do that type of stuff, but I do think it's pretty accurate in like assuming like that's the type of person that normally people are. So
what about crystals? Do you think they have it that like people say they have like healing energy and all this stuff? Do you think there's anything that you can get from crystals?
I don't think praising it like some people do is like the right thing to do, but I do think it's possible. Like a real crystal that you found out of a cave or a ground, yes, not any of the fake ones, but a real one, I do believe yes, it could do something maybe, because I do believe we're connected to the earth, like we are connected to nature, and like just like earthing or grounding, like walking outside barefoot on the grass, like stuff like that. Like I do believe, yeah, like it can, but I'm not gonna sit there and praise crystals like, oh, please heal me, crystal. Like everything ultimately goes to God for me, but I do think crystals, because they're naturally made, like they could do something.
And God made crystals.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not gonna say it's the crystal healing me or something.
That was an argument that was used for evolution back in that I heard people use. Talking about, I don't know what is your thoughts on evolution? Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I was just interested. I mean, I do too. I
don't think I feel like it's proved that evolution happened.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to deny it. At this
like
point.
Evolution doesn't disprove God, and the Big Bang Theory doesn't disprove God.
Yeah,
like God did the Big Bang Theory, maybe.
It's not saying that God didn't. I mean, the Adam and Eve is a little bit confusing at that point, but I mean, it's also a matter of, do you take the Bible literally or do you take it as metaphorical stories in some scenarios? Some of them I believe to be real stories, but then some of them I also do believe are just stories that are meant to help to guide people.
Exactly.
I don't believe that all of them are supposed to be taken literally.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like any book you read. Like some of it's fake. Like Percy Jackson. You're Percy Jackson. Like I don't believe in I don't believe in Greek mythology, but like you can learn lessons from it.
Yeah.
Like it's not a Bible. It's a book.
Yeah.
It's a fake book.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
I don't know. I'm having a little crisis right now. I don't really like any celebrities.
Yeah,
There's so much stuff going on right now. I don't know.
dude. No one's a good person, pretty much.
No,
Man. It's so
yeah.
hard to find one. The only one I
Um,
can think of is Mr. Beast, is as a good guy.
Like,
I think,
But do you consider him a celebrity though?
dude, he's like, I would
I
say,
mean, like, yeah,
he's like one of the most famous people in the world. I can consider him a
But
celebrity.
like, what do you consider like celebrity? I guess when
Hey,
you say celebrity, I'm thinking about people in like
Like
movies and
I'll
stuff.
say celebrity, singer, actor,
Like just someone that's
influencer.
big and famous.
Anyway, yeah, big and famous.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite big and famous?
I don't know. I like Mr. Beast too. I think he's a great guy. I think he's genuine. Like, I always hear people that talk about him from their like the hometown he's from, and everybody says like he's a great guy and everything. Like, I don't think he's faking anything. But I also like. I don't know much about Tom Holland either. I just think he's a great guy.
He does seem like,
he
at
seems
least
like he's
surface level, from
genuine.
what I can tell, he seems, yeah.
So I like Tom Holland too, just because I like the movies he makes too. But like I listen to I don't really watch Mr. Beast that much. I watch a lot of business stuff on on Instagram and TikTok, but I don't want to say they're my favorite celebrities. But I listen to them like Gary Vee and stuff. Like I don't really care for him that much, but I do like him. I do like Joe Rogan. I listen to Joe Rogan, but I don't think like he's my favorite celebrity. So I'll probably have to go with Mr. Beast. Even though I don't watch him that much, I do think he's probably one of my favorite celebrities. I respect him, and I don't.
Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I rarely ever watch Mr. Beast videos, but I'm glad he makes his videos.
Like, I like reading up on him and like learning about what he's doing.
He just seems like a really good guy.
The Do Perfect people are pretty cool too. They're building a whole like Do Perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, they're building like a whole facility now, like where people can come and like hang out
that's
and
cool.
like eat and everything. Like, and I've been watching them since I was a kid, so that's why I really like I like them too, because you watch them grow from wherever they were until now they're like.
That was your phone, my bad. I thought I was on here.
It's my blackjack game.
Oh, you
I've been playing blackjack.
What's your favorite card game? Is it blackjack?
My favorite card game. I don't know. I think I like Texas Hold'em poker more.
That's a good one. I like poker.
Like
I'm not very good at it, but I like it.
I just like watching people play. But I've been watching TikTok lives on blackjack the last like 2 weeks, so
Bro,
I
you need
think
to get
blackjack's my
You
favorite.
need to get on GTA with us and play blackjack with us, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna have to pull out my Xbox. Probably got so much dust on it.
Right, we got
bucks.
2 free Xbox. Not free. I mean, I'm not gonna give it to you, but I'm just saying, like, I have 2 Xboxes here that I'd never use.
I mean, I have an Xbox. It's been in the little.
You could probably buy
container
one
for
for $30 right now at GameStop. They're so old.
I have to take 3 days to update GTA because I haven't played it in 10 years.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had any experience with ghosts?
No, but I've heard stories from people that I believe that they actually had a true experience from ghosts, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. They got some scary stories, man. What's your favorite fast food place?
Raising Cane's.
Oh man, dude. Oh, bro. I've been seeing.
And it's not that it's like the best. It's just like that's literally. I would go to school. The calf closes at 2. I mean, the calf closes at 8 p.m. I would go work out around 7. So by the time I finished working out, everything on campus is closed. So I would just go to Cane's every time I worked out. So I just started liking Cane's so much. And then secondly, Zaxby's. I would go to Cane's or Zaxby's. Zaxby's, dude, people will dog it so much, but if
Zaxby's is good, man.
it's
like
pretty good. Like
Zaxby's.
when I don't want just plain wings, which I go to Cane's, they have plain wings. Like I like their wings. I mean, I like their chicken fingers or whatever. But Zaxby's gives you a choice to get sauces and stuff on it. So I'm like, when I'm not feeling just eating regular chicken with cane sauce, I'm like, I'm gonna go to Zaxby's and get barbecue spicy sauce or something, you know, that's made on the chickens. Or
somebody's here. Oh Lord. What's your favorite? I have some like kind of random questions here. What's your favorite material?
my favorite material.
What's your favorite mat?
My favorite mat.
That's never mind. That's a Fortnite term.
Oh,
Like mats, but material.
my favorite material. Oh yeah, I do get it now that you say that.
Yeah.
I haven't played Fortnite in forever. My favorite material. I don't know. I like this material, like my pants. Like I don't know what material this is, like
Cloth.
or the sweater. Like
And by material, I don't mean just like clothing material. I mean like we're talking about wood, stone, amethyst,
you're getting
gold,
bigger than
sand, whatever.
like smooth stone.
Smooth stone.
I think so. Like
That's cool.
Like people make floors out of that, or like the rocks by my
That's
pool.
unique.
You know what I'm talking about? The rocks by my
Yeah.
pool. Like that type of stuff. Like the smoothness of it. Yeah. I
Interesting.
think that's my type. Like if I could build a house out of that. I would. Smooth stone. That's how I build my houses in Minecraft.
They have some. I like the style. I like. I see a lot of like tutorials of houses built like that, and they look good.
And like like
No,
Minecraft
no,
tutorials.
Minecraft tutorials.
Okay, yeah, no, that smooth stone. Like, dude, you can do a lot with it.
Who?
What you just said?
I said who?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Why, man?
Who?
Asked.
I knew you were gonna do that. See,
Okay, well, it worked on Mason.
when you said that, that's why I stared at you. I was like,
I know. I was like, oh.
I used to do that to so many people last year. That's why I was like,
But did you see that though?
oh my gosh, dude. Okay, you got me on that one. That
Okay.
was-
Anyway, do you have any joke in particular that you'd like to share? That would be okay for the.
You know what I'm thinking about?
No. Yeah, no, I do. But
Okay, yeah, no, I don't have any good joke
no
then.
jokes. I'm never gonna get somebody who has a joke that can be said on here, bro. Let's see.
I'm not really a jokester guy. I just say stupid stuff when I think about it.
What
Like most of my jokes are random. Like I'll just randomly say it during conversation, and then you'll always like.
that's how. See, that's usually how humor, like real humor, like natural humor works. It's just it'll come out in the middle of a conversation. It's not planned. It's just
like kind of like how Gavin does it. Like
yeah, like
we're all just talking, and Gavin just says something that doesn't even make sense,
yeah,
but
and
it's
that's
the
funny.
funniest
That's
thing.
the thing. It's like there's comedians who like they plot and they plan their humor, but like that's calculated. It's a whole different level of humor whenever you're in the middle of a conversation and just off the dome you're coming up with stuff that you know is gonna make people laugh. That's a whole nother level of it. But okay. Anyway, another topic. What how do you hold up? What you didn't want me to ask about politics altogether?
You can't. I don't care. Yeah, just if I don't want to answer it, I'll tell you.
Okay, I was gonna say, how do you feel about our government?
How do I feel about our government? I think we definitely need a change in our government. Like it's like I feel like they're starting to get more and more hands on with everything in our lives. Like and like we're built on like stay out of our lives, be as involved as minimum as possible. But I think it's gotten worse over the years. Like I think we need to definitely like rewrite the Constitution or something. I don't know exactly what needs to be done, but I do think like what worked 45, 50 years ago, like, it's different.
It's a
now.
different time.
Like
Yeah,
like
I
I
could
think we
agree
need
with
to
that for
do
sure.
something. Like I definitely don't agree with most of the stuff they do, but then again, I'm not involved in politics. I just talk about it and I share my opinion.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna get involved in government. Like I'm not gonna run for anything. Probably, I say that now. I could run for something when I'm 40. I don't know. But
Run
right now,
for,
I don't want
mayor
to.
of Louisville, bro.
I literally said that as a joke. We should all run against Brad.
I'd be running for mayor of St. Martinville.
But no, I agree. Like I mean, if I do something, it might be that like mayor of a town, like small like our towns. But other than that, I don't really like to get involved. So, like. I can't really complain and say I hate the government if I'm not willing to go into it and change stuff, you know.
Hey,
but
there's the beautiful thing about it is that is your right. You can complain as much as you want.
yeah, but I'm like, it's not gonna do anything, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can go vote against it, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't agree with most of the stuff going on in the government. I think stuff definitely needs to change. Taxes need to change. Some of the rights need to change. Like, I just a lot of stuff that needs to change. It's very hard to do it when you keep old people involved in it, in my opinion. Like, I think more people need terms. Like, Congress, that's one of the big things. Congress needs terms. Like,
Supreme Court,
that's
that's
like,
lifetime.
like
in Supreme
exactly,
Court.
like all of them. They all need more like short terms. Like, the president has 4 years, and that's it. Like, not 4 years, 2 4-year terms. And I think everything should start moving to that. Because if you have, like, these 70, 80-year-olds, that's why it's still like kind of how it is, because they're viewing life at when they were our age.
Yeah,
but it's a whole different time now that we're this age.
They are very out of touch with how the world is, and that's why. Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Like,
there, yeah,
because they got in at our age. They got in, not our age, but around our age, they got in at like 35 or whatever age they got in at, and then they started making money, and then they got away from the people. So most of the decisions they make are based on what they're seeing from the outside. But I think they need more people that are involved with the people, like younger, like 30, 35, that are like still in touch with people and not have a lot of money, and they're like, okay, like kind of like a middleman. Like
if there's a minimum age, if the minimum age is like, first of all, I think the minimum age probably could be lowered, because I think it's like what's the present minimum age, like 35 or something? Is it
like minimum age to start run? I think it's 35 or 40, something like that.
There needs to be a maximum. There's got to be a maximum age that you can run for stuff. I mean,
that's one thing I don't agree with Joe Biden about. Like, I don't believe that, or even Trump, like their age is just too high.
Yeah, I agree there too. That I could agree, and the thing is, I could agree with them on every single topic, and I could still think, bro, you are too old to be the president.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Straight
Like,
up too
I
old.
do believe Trump was more able to speak his thoughts better than Biden was, but I don't agree that both of them. Like, I do think they were both too old to be president.
But you know what's the thing that I'm thinking now? Do you think as many people would like
younger people?
I was gonna say the ideas that Donald Trump came out with and talked about if it wasn't Donald Trump saying them?
I that's one thing I thought about before.
Let's say it was like a 35-year-old guy.
Yeah.
That was saying all this stuff. Do you think he would have done as good as Donald Trump? Do you think he would have even won the election if there was someone that was pretty much exactly Donald Trump's mindset and said all the same things, just had a different background? And
well, we might figure that out sooner or later if Trump Jr. runs. But I mean, they know he's the son, so they might not treat him
even
as
still,
well. But like, that's literally what you described as Trump Jr.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's sons of Donald Trump, but I mean, he has the same thoughts and everything. He's just younger. But I don't know. That's a tough subject, because like, I feel like that's what's wrong with people nowadays, is that they're not voting on like that aspect of things. They're just voting on the person. So like, say it was Trump against another person that said the same things as Trump, they were just a different person. But they agreed with him, like, okay, why you agree with him but not Trump? Oh, because I don't like Trump. But they're saying the same exact thing. like, they're saying the same thing, though. Why you don't like him over him, you know? And I think that's, I don't know. That's a weird question. So.
I was just thinking about it, because I'm like, it's backtracking to talking about how, like we're saying, Supreme Court justices need terms. Presidents, we have, I mean, you have a 4-year term, and then you can run again for another 4 years. But that's like one of the only jobs where it's like, the longer you're in office, kind of almost the less people trust you, because it's like you had this power from more and more. It's like the longer you have it, the more people think that you can get corrupted, and probably that is the case. I mean, you're like the most powerful man in the world, they call him, basically. So, but you would think, I mean, they're getting more experience the longer that they're president. So you think that the best thing to do might be to let them stay the president for as long as they want to be the president until they want to retire, because they have the most experience at the time being president. It's just, I mean...
And I do agree with that. I do think that is another issue that we have in the United States, is like, I do think they should have terms, because if someone wins, that is bad. Bad things keep happening. But we change presidents so much that we can never stick to one thing. Like, we get a new president in office and they start changing everything. Get another new president, start changing things again. Everything that the past president worked for.
There's no real progress, almost, because what's happening is someone changes what was put in place, and then someone changes it back to what it was, and then they change it back, and they change it back, and there's not really progress being put in place. It's just, oh, I'm going to stop this from going any further, and then they're like, oh, I want to fucking put that back into place, and it's so gamey now.
And I think it's
scoring points,
and it sucks too, because most of the people that run do have the money to run. Like, that's why I really think middle class should be able to do more, because I think those are the ones that can make the most progress, because we kind of all have the same thought process. I don't want to say the same thought process, but we're all in the same bucket. Like, middle class is all in the same situation, like living paycheck to paycheck or whatever. Like, so you can come up with, like, okay, we need to do this as a society to grow better. But that's not normally who runs, because they're just focused on living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, they got
and feeding
jobs.
their families.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly. But then you have these people that are like, I don't want to say rich, but they're in the higher bracket where they don't have to really worry about that. so they just run for politics and do politics. So then they never really, they might not live that life before, but they got out of that life, so they don't really know like how these policies are affecting the middle class or the poor class, whatever. But then that's why the poor stay poor and rich stay rich, and that's why we have all
I mean,
that.
yeah, I mean, you can't really hurt the poor. I mean, the poor are poor. They're poor.
Yeah.
The rich people, I mean, come on, they're just gonna raise the prices. If something, if the economy is messed up, okay, oh well, I mean, I'll raise the prices on whatever I'm selling and making money off of, and so they're just gonna make more money. The middle class is the one who suffers because but there is no party for the middle class. They're pretty much. I mean, there's the conservatives for the most part are for the people who have a lot of money, and then the Democrats are mostly for the poor people. Or this is how they're marketed essentially. But it's like no one is really for the middle class, because the middle class is always going to be the butt of every single action that's put into place,
everybody's trying to get out of the middle class.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the biggest things, and it's like it's really not going to change because middle class is constantly trying to maintain it, and then people change. Once you get out of the middle class and you become rich or whatever, maybe every now and then you'll have people that don't change. But majority of the time when you start making money and getting out of the middle class, you become a different person. You have different, you change. Like, I never did it, so I mean, I can't say that it's for a fact you change, but you could see it pretty much. You could see that people change.
Yeah, it's kind of along the lines of you can say that, oh, I would never change if I had all this money. But
but you don't know.
That's similar almost to saying okay, if I was around during slavery, I would have been against it. But it's okay, well, where were you from? Where were you born and raised during slavery?
Yeah, it's really...
it's as much as you might hate to say it, I mean, that's it. It's not that makes you an innately bad person. That's just how the world and psychology works. If you grow up around this, this is what you're going to believe.
Yeah, nature versus nurture, 100%.
That's an interesting thing right there. Do you think that we're entirely... I don't know if I might ask this question to Mason, but do you think that we're entirely a product of our environment, or do you think that there's something inside of us that allows us to make our own decisions as well?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You do? Okay.
Like, at the beginning, no. At the beginning, I'm a product of the people I'm around and the environment that I grew up in. Like I see Elliot, my 5-year-old brother. I'll see him, you say something, he'll repeat it. He'll listen to you. Yeah. But now that I'm 22, I'm like, yeah, okay, some of the stuff that I do is because my family did that. But now, I have a choice. I don't believe in God because my parents believe in God. I believe in God because I choose to believe in God now. I don't do this thing because my parents said I have to do this thing. I do this thing because I want to. My parents approve of it, but I want to do it, So I think eventually when you get to a certain age or a certain conscious level, or once your brain's fully developed, I guess, that's when you're able to say, I can become a byproduct of the things I'm around, but I also have a choice in it. Yeah. So, for instance, they say you are the 5 people you hang around with, but that is true. But you're aware of it. You can get out of it. All my friends are smoking weed and doing drugs every weekend. I might fall into that if I keep hanging out with them. But if I realize that I'm in this group of people that are doing this and I want to level up my life and be this other person that has a good career and great family, I need to get away from this friend group. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I always will. But I'm going to go hang out with these people that have a successful career and they're married and have kids and have a great family, So I think eventually, eventually it's your choice. Yeah. Because you're aware of it.
I think let's say people were only around their parents, no one else. They've never seen anyone else. If they've only lived with their parents their whole life, say they're on a remote island or something like that. Yeah. They're only going to believe whatever their parents say pretty much because this is what was told to them. They have no reason to doubt,
Exactly. They don't hear anything else.
I think that's why I think it's so important to get out there and socialize and hear other people's opinions on things, because that's where you get the idea of, okay, maybe I should, maybe it's important to question these things and do a little bit more thinking for myself instead of just whatever these people I've been around, even your 5 friends, okay, you can be whatever they are to an extent, but you still have interaction with other people outside of these 5 friends. So okay, this person says they don't like weed or whatever for whatever reason. Or they think that that's not a good idea.
Mhm.
So you can have that in the back of your mind, and that helps you to make the decisions instead of just like if you have only say you've stranded since birth on a remote island with these 5 people who like to just drink and smoke weed all the time. You're just gonna want to drink and smoke weed all the time. That's
no, 100%. Yeah, that's literally psychology.
Yeah,
Exactly
that's
what happens. That's all you know,
Yeah.
and that goes to like children and like I don't know if Santa's real or not. That's why I mean I do know, but I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. He
keep
could
an
be
open
real.
mind, bro.
He could be fake.
He might be.
I don't know. But if you are raised with a family,
Oh, it's scaring me.
it's all good. We're at 54 anyway.
Yeah.
But if you were raised in a family where they constantly tell you that Santa is real until you're like 30 years old, but everybody also believes that, you're always gonna believe that Santa's
Yeah.
real. But the reason most people find out or don't believe in Santa anymore is because
They heard from somebody at school or something. Exactly. Yeah. Most people's parents don't tell them that Santa's not real. They find out from school.
And then ask their parents.
A lot of times, even finding out about like sex and like how that
Oh,
works,
yeah.
you find out from school.
Yeah,
most people don't have the talk anymore.
don't have the
like,
where's
and
the
if they
beef
do,
talk,
it's they get the talk because their parents are like, "Oh, you found out what this is? Okay, well, let me sit you down and explain it a little bit better to you."
And you gotta talk about the birds and the bees, the birds and the birds and the birds and the
I've
bees.
never heard about the birds and the bees. I have no
No.
idea what the birds and the bees has to do with anything because I never had the talk.
Oh, that's funny.
My parents are like, "Oh, you know what that is?" And
I
I was
don't
like,
know.
"Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
I don't know
How?
why the term is the birds and the bees.
That I never. I mean, I never had the talk, so I never understood it. I was like, okay,
I guess the
whatever.
birds are the female and the bees are the male, or is it? Why is it birds and bees?
Dude, I have no clue. I don't know what kind of metaphor that's supposed to be.
Two different animals. Well, one's an animal and one's an insect.
What's your favorite kind of bird? That's actually a question on here.
That's funny, ironically. I don't know. Chickens? I like chickens.
Chickens are cool.
'Cause I have,
Yeah,
like,
you got a lot of
60
chickens.
them. No, I like chickens. Chickens are cool. I don't know. My favorite type of bird. I like the ones that talk back. Those things.
Like parrots, parakeet type
like,
things,
all of
whatever.
them.
Yeah.
That is the most. That is the most hilarious thing ever. Like birds that can talk. Like, well, they don't really talk. They just recite what they hear. But like, it's funny.
Them things are scary. But that's the thing is like they're smart enough that sometimes they have like conversations with like they'll respond like accordingly. Like even if it's as simple as saying like yes or no. Like
like it knows what it's answering.
It's crazy.
No, I think they're my favorite though, because that's cool. That's
Monkeys, dude. Monkeys are smart as
Like,
crap.
you said my favorite bird though.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about on the same
Because if I
topic
had to
of
choose an
smart
animal,
animals.
I'd be a monkey. Yeah, 100%.
Dude, gorillas, bro. Them things like they do sign language and stuff. They just straight up.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know how real this is. I didn't do my own research. Someone told me that I think it might have been my sister this morning that there's like a tribe of monkeys that started using stone tools. I was like,
If that is real, that's
bro.
They're coming after us, bro.
I told her, I was like, bro, I guarantee if that's real, I said there's gonna be a bay of pigs put in place so that these monkeys are taken out. The government is not gonna take no chances with the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have a whole Dawn of the Planet of the Apes
them
real
monkeys
life
are gonna
version.
be. They're executing them monkeys.
This is a
quickly.
true story because I've seen a video, but I've seen like a video of 2 tribes of different monkeys attacking each other, bro. Like they had a river separating them, and these monkeys were jumping into the water to go attack the other monkeys.
That sounds so cool.
It is cool, but like the crazy part about it is like zoos put these ponds or rivers around the monkey exhibit because monkeys don't want to go in the water. The fact that these monkeys were jumping in the water to go attack these other monkeys means that they were mad.
They
bro.
were mad as hell.
They were mad enough to jump in water, and which is insane. Like that is insane. I don't think every monkey's scared of water. I just think the ones that the zoos have are scared of water. Unless they like water torture them, that's why they hate water. I don't know. Did you see about the monkeys that escaped from the zoo? Someone stole monkeys from the zoo, Louisiana.
What are you doing with that? I mean, what are you gaining?
To
Are you
sell
gonna
it, I
sell
guess?
them? Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I don't know if they ever found them, but yeah, Louisiana and Lafayette, bro. They stole
That's
spider
funny.
monkeys from there. I think it was spider monkeys. They stole them though, like legit.
They stole it from me, Carla. How they took it?
How did
That
they?
was today.
How though? How you go in a zoo and just open the cage and take monkeys
GTA heist.
and get away with it? Like, where do you hide? Where do you hide multiple monkeys at? They make
I don't know.
noise.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
You
how
duct tape their mouth?
You gotta hope that they don't bite you to begin with.
Like, dude, they kidnapped monkeys, bro. Legit.
Do you miss high school?
No.
What was your favorite part about high school? You don't seem very interested.
My favorite part about high school, I don't know. I like the vibe. I mean, it was just chill. Like, literally the same thing. Go to class, clown around, go drink coffee. Coffee in Miss Arsenal's class,
Coffee in Miss
100%.
Arsenal's class, man.
That was my
Miss
favorite
Arsenal, if
thing.
you're watching this, your class was fantastic.
I actually messaged Miss Arsenal on Facebook my first year of college and asked her to proofread
Really?
an essay for me. And she
Well, that's
did.
nice.
I emailed it to her and she sent it back to me fixed.
That's awesome.
It was really cool. But that's my favorite part was definitely coffee in her class, 100%. But I do like the vibe. I like college more because you have more freedom.
Mhm.
But I like the vibe of waking up at 6 something in the morning and then going take classes. But you're literally doing college, but in high school, you go into class with your friends and just clowning the whole entire day.
People don't realize how good they have it in school, in high school.
Like,
bro.
yeah, dude.
How many days off you have? Early dismissal. You don't get early dismissal when you graduate, bro.
Oh,
That's
no,
it. I mean,
100%.
you done. Yeah.
But like,
you don't even get as many holidays or days off. It's snowing outside. Oh well, you go to school.
I'm
You got
just
college today still.
that's crazy, dude. I'm just thinking about that, dude. Like, literally, all of us were just friends in Laurelville, hanging out in high school, bro. Like clowning every day. Like, that's fun. Yeah. I don't miss high school, but definitely had some good times in high school. Like, you can go party every weekend and not have to worry about like, oh man, I got bills to pay.
Yeah.
I got work on Monday. Like, nah, I got school on Monday. I can survive.
Yeah.
Like, I can go to school and just BS my way through it, you know? Well, not everybody can BS their way through it. I mean, I could because I could,
did.
but
I surely did.
but some people definitely can't. Like, though, like I've known people that did that and they didn't have good grades.
I mean, I know people who try very, very hard
And they still
end up. Yeah.
So I was definitely thankful to have that type of like where I could do that. But like, would I go back for a day just to see? Yeah, but I wouldn't definitely go back for the whole 4 years. Like,
Is there anything that you would change about high school? Your time in high school?
I won't. Yes, I won't elaborate on it. But yeah, there's
Okay. For sure, man.
like,
Is there anything that you would want to change that you could elaborate on? like a different thing? By chance? If not, it's okay. I mean, we can move on. That's fine.
I mean, I probably would have quit baseball earlier. I do like baseball. I love the team. I love the coaches and everything.
She
But
was not.
huh?
So you was not good at it.
No, like I
I'm
mean,
joking.
I was decently
even
at
know.
it. Like, I mean, I could have played. If
I was bad at it.
If I practiced more, like if I would have like cared more, I would have practiced more. But after I left practice, I'm done. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, and like I think I was just always afraid to quit, I guess. But like, I really didn't like doing that. I would have rather did gymnastics. I would have rather work. I would have started working in 10th grade or 9th grade.
Yeah.
Like, I would have started trying to find a job or something, make something. I don't know.
Working in high school sucks.
But it was literally just pointless, though. Like, I felt like I would wake up at 6:30, go to school, and then I wouldn't get home till 7 p.m. because I have practice after school. Like, yeah, I would have quit.
All right, well, we're approaching the end, so I'm gonna ask my pretty much
102.
finishing questions. If you could leave the audience with one thing, one important message, is there anything that you feel like the world needs to hear right now, or whether it just be something that you think they need to hear, or an important lesson to leave them with? As
I guess that
guidance?
goes with the question about, like, what would I change? What one thing I would change in the world? Going back to that question, by the way.
Yeah, you could finish up that bad boy.
Yeah, it goes together.
Good.
So, like, which people probably heard this before. I feel like people do say it all the time. But I do think, like, people just need to love more. Like, literally. Like, there's so much hatred in the world right now. Like, negativity. Like, why do people hate each other? Why?
What's wrong with the world, mama?
Yeah, like, literally that song. Like, there's, like,
It's actually a beautiful song.
yeah, it is a great song. Highly recommend people listen to it. What's the name of it so people know? You know it? Like, so people go listen to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
search it up.
I'll look it
But yeah,
up.
I think love is definitely the high factor. Like that is what is wrong with the world right now. That's why there's so much fighting against everybody.
Where's the love? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, where's the love?
Continue.
But that's what's wrong with the world, 100%. Like, I don't know if that's gonna change anything, but I promise you it will. Like, I can't say for a fact because it didn't, because it hadn't happened yet. But like, I think if they had more love in the world, like, if we came together as people, and there's not a difference in color, a different in religion, a different in political views, like, if we just came with love because we're both human, we're both living the same life, struggling paycheck to paycheck or whatever we're doing, like, there could be real progress, and not just America, but the world in general. Like, you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. There's people that are not doing that. But the thing is, they don't care enough about other people to teach other people that. Like, they'll teach you, but you have to pay for their course.
Yeah.
$9.99 a month or $50.
For them to tell you stuff that, I mean, you could have learned on your own.
Exactly.
But that's the reason why they're not living paycheck to paycheck, because they're selling you these courses.
100%. And I think, literally, if I were to ever make it, I feel like I would just try to help people for free, which, like I said, people change. So I don't know if I really would do that. I would want to, as the person I am now, but if I changed, I might not do that. But I would want to. Like, that's what I want to do if I ever make it. Like, I just want to give back to everybody, you know?
Write it down, sign it.
Remind myself.
In stone.
Yeah, like you have my paper that I signed.
I do have it. How about sell you?
Yeah, but no, love.
Completely agree. 100%.
Literally that song, Where's the Love? That's my, like, life quote, life
Definitely.
hack. Yep, and don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. That's another thing.
That's crazy. That is the exact opposite of what Mason said. Mason said to stay in your comfort zone.
You were lying.
I swear.
Mason actually said that?
Yeah. And that's what I told. I mean, my whole point of this is I'm not here to disagree with anybody. I'm not really here to give much of my opinion on anything. I just really want to talk to people. But when he said that, I was like, interesting that you would say that, because I mean, most people would say to get out of your comfort zone. So, but I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna. Hey, if that's what you're sticking with, sure.
We have two different opinions, but I do want to tell you guys, if you were listening to this and you heard the last podcast, I do believe that you should move out of your comfort zone more than stay in your comfort zone, because the growth happens outside of the zone of comfort. If you stay in the comfort zone, that's why that's why people stay where they're at in life. Like, you're gonna stay living paycheck to paycheck if you're in your comfort zone. Like, oh yeah, I'm making this much money, I'm able to pay my bills, I'm able to have a good life. Nothing's wrong with that if you want to stay in there. Yeah, that's fine. But if you are struggling and you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, like, get out of your comfort zone. Like, you're pretty much satisfied with where you are in life. Like, you know, like I think that's where most people's goals and what do you call that? Like, aspirations in life. I think they die with their comfort zone. Like, because they're like, okay, I'm satisfied for where I made it, and I'm gonna just stay here. You know.
I think the goal is to find your successful comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and you can always move out
there's
of
a
it,
point
too.
where, like, you don't need to grind anymore. You if you're happy. That's what the next question that I before we finish, I wanted to ask you also. What do you think is more important, money or happiness?
See, and that's the part that I'm working on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I talked about this earlier. Like, it was always about money, but I think happiness is definitely more important. Money does bring you happiness. It might not buy you happiness, but it does bring you happiness, because then you don't have to worry about any financial things. But in the end,
Security.
like, would I rather have happiness over money? Yes, 100%. But that's kind of what I'm figuring out right now. Like,
there's a balance to everything, I feel.
But if I'm happy, like, the money will come, is the way I look at it. Like, yeah, I care about money, but I'm not worried about it. Like, I just kind of think in my life, I'm like, okay, money comes freely. Like, that's the way I think. Like, I'm happy as an individual when money flows freely, you know? Like, so, yeah, I would choose, if I had to choose, like, someone came up to me today and says, you want all this money or you want all of this happiness? Like, I'm going to choose the happiness, 100%. Because then I can make money with happiness, dude. Like,
I mean, if you're
happy.
happy, you're not. It doesn't matter if you don't have money. I mean, you're happy. Like,
yeah.
The ultimate goal of life, I feel like, is to be happiness and spread to be happy and spread happiness.
Yeah.
To others. That's to me. That's the meaning of life. Is just like what you said when it comes to, like, love and just the importance of it. Is you're trying to make the world a little bit better.
And you know people that are rich and not happy. You know people that are broke and not happy. But then this is the part. You find homeless people, bro. You see videos of homeless people, like, and they're happy, bro.
Some of them are some of the nicest people you'll meet.
Dude, they will give someone $1 before a rich person will give someone $1.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
That is a fact. My sister was at a gas station the other day, and there was some homeless guy that I forgot what it. I want to say, I'm pretty sure this was a story. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say she said something like, she was looking for, like, some change or something to... No. He won some money on a scratch-off, I think it was. And he offered to buy her her like food that she was bringing, and she was like, "No,
That
trust
is
me,
insane.
no, please, I'm fine. Like, enjoy your stuff." But it just goes to show like how good humans can be, like
Yeah.
in any circumstance.
And I think that
It's beautiful.
that's why I would choose happiness though. It's like that. I think about that, and I'm like, if they can do it, then like all I need is happiness, bro. Are they making it without money, bro? I don't need money. I just need happiness.
Yeah.
Like, shoot, that's the real big thing.
Is there
Happiness.
anything else that you'd like to leave the audience with before we send off? Anything that you're looking forward to, or anything that you'd like to? You have a social that you want to plug or anything? I don't know. No.
I mean, you can
don't
follow
see
me on
that?
Instagram. It's Baylie Trahan if you want to follow me. I don't really use social media that much anymore. I'm gonna be working on making TikToks eventually, but right now I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on my life, basically, like figuring out what I want to do. But eventually I'm gonna start making TikToks, so you can follow me on there too, Baylie Trahan. I'm not making anything in the near future, but maybe hopefully by the end of the summer, and hopefully next time y'all see me, I'll be like shredded or something, like working on that too. So yeah, just show more love and care in the world, and if you ever see me out there, tell me, hey, I like to talk.
This man does like to talk. I will say that.
I'll talk about anything, and if you like 40 plus, I'll talk to you even more. 40 plus with kids, I like
he
talking
likes
to
talking
adults.
to the older ones. But all right, thank you for coming on here and talking with me. I think we had a pretty good conversation.
I think so too.
I would like to do this again.
Like, you can even go longer if we want.
If I had more battery on here and I wasn't worried about it cutting out, I would go longer.
No, I'm
That's
saying
the only
like,
thing.
yeah, like I'm saying like, it was good enough conversation where it could continue for another like 50 minutes.
Yeah. I definitely. I was enjoying this. I just really just don't want the battery to die. Honestly, then that would be upsetting.
That would suck.
But yeah, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I would definitely want to come back on.
Yeah, definitely.
With some
I would like
more
to have you back
questions.
on. The next, so I mean, this was the interview to kind of just get to know you. I definitely want to do like podcast type stuff in the future, talking about just things that are going on today in general more than just asking more personal questions. But yeah. So
No, I agree. And are you gonna put my social at the bottom?
yeah, I'll try to remember to do that. But we'll see.
No, okay, you don't have to. But if you BAYLIETRAHAN.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to spell either one of those names, so there you go.
But yeah, so thank y'all for watching. If you watched this far, thank you so much. If you watched even just a minute and then skip to this part, thank you for watching.
Just skip to the end.
Hey, I mean, some people might just want to see the end. But yeah, if there's anything that you want to, if there's anything that you're interested in seeing from me, anything that you'd like to hear me ask anyone, please comment down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for supporting the channel. And have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever.
Whatever point of day you're
Thanks
watching
for
this.
watching. Later.
Bye.